All right, let me go to the hotline and welcome to the show, Taylor Stansberry. Taylor, can you hear me? You're okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
How are you? We were live on the air at 1025 The Bone, and I have to tell you, I'm even more perplexed looking at you today than I have been on Instagram that you were out there yoking up pythons. I mean, how do you get started doing this? What age are you interested in snakes and things along
Yeah,
those lines?
yeah, I've been catching snakes and toads and fishing since I was a little kid. I was my dad's only child, so I was doing all the boy things since I could walk.
But for those of you who are not able to watch this, does not look like a tomboy. I mean,
No,
like you're very much a pretty woman. Now,
thank you.
when do you start getting some of the bigger stuff? Like I am
Mhm.
five, I would say maybe 4 or 5 times your size, and I am deathly afraid of snakes. There's no way I'm yoking them up by the tails like you do.
Yeah, I would say about like over 11 years ago is when I really got into like catching pythons and venomous snakes.
Right.
That's when I met my husband, so he
Uh-huh.
really taught me more. I always liked snakes, but it was more small stuff. So I'd say for about 11 years, I've been catching pythons and all that.
And what does he do?
He's a tour guide, and then we also do the Python contractor job, and we own a bunch of venomous snakes and exotics.
Right. So now, when you start going out there, how much is it just from being out and being used to it, knowing which snakes, starting to be able to classify them, see them by eye, and all that stuff when you're younger, just from actually going out there and doing it?
Yeah, I mean, back when I was a kid, or not TV, but the computer wasn't much, so you had to read books, and also just from other people knowing, like other people that conservancy and other people that know things, and then just going out in the field and recognizing the snakes really has helped me.
Ever afraid? Ever afraid to go up to a big one?
No, I don't 14 footer, 15 footer, I just grab it. I'm more scared of the people out there.
I one time I tell this story a lot because it was the first show I ever watched on HD years and years ago,
Mhm,
20 years ago when I had it. My first HD Discovery HD was on, and they had a
mhm,
guy who was taking alligators out of residential areas. And I
mhm.
got to meet that guy. Turned out it was right here in he was in Seminole, and I got to meet the guy. And I
Yeah.
was talking to him one day, and I said, how are you not afraid to go do this stuff by yourself? And he said,
Mhm.
sometimes I need help. And the only time I ever need help is lifting the gator into the back of the car. He said, the rest of it I could
Yeah.
do on my own. I mean, there's no fear level for you that today's the day things something's going to go wrong.
No, I mean, I do usually go out with my husband, so he is there to help put him in the pillowcases because that is the hardest part,
Right.
just because the pythons are moving so much. But no, I mean, really, the pythons aren't there to get me or anything. So if you grab them, they're going to start coiling. But if I let go, they would let go. And same thing with the venomous. I mean, because I do relocations, I don't euthanize those. But if I'm too nervous, I could just drop the snake and start over. It's not trying to come attack me or anything. So just keep calm and cool, and you're usually good.
Is that why whenever you see the videos of like little kids with king cobras and stuff like that, and they're just totally cool to them because the kid doesn't have a fear of it? They were
Hmm.
not taught to fear the snake, whatever. So the snake, I guess, realizes that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they're not going to hurt me. I'm just hanging out with this kid."
Well, honestly, snakes really are never out to get people. It's just people are so nervous around snakes,
Yeah.
and then any animal can read like, what is it? Why is this person so like jumpy and weird right now? And then that's really where the snake will get a little bit like, I need to get away, or they're like getting all crazy. But as long as you stay calm, really with most animals, like I'm more scared of dogs half the time
Really?
than the snakes because the dogs can really sense things like, ugh.
Yeah.
Can I'm a 53-year-old man and I have the most juvenile look at why I'm afraid of snakes, but I'd like to explain this to you if you don't mind.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Well, think about it. I'm gonna squash most small snakes in my backyard. I'm
Yeah.
way bigger than it. I'm more of a threat to them. But if a
Hmm.
snake crawled on me, what is my biggest fear? That snake's going in my pants. It's going in my going in, like that. Like I'm afraid it's going to crawl up my leg, and that's like the biggest fear.
You're afraid it's going to go inside you.
Yeah, because I don't mind like when people are holding snakes and you're like touching. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll touch it like a little
Yeah.
kid. But if I ever saw it crawling over my foot, I'd scream like you see in the movies. I was
Trust me, they don't want your little mouse in your pants. They don't want that. They're running away from
A
that.
deep, dark place to hide. He's looking for.
Yeah.
Well, it is warm and moist in there. You never know.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe they'll hide in there. A
yeah.
little sleepy spot.
When I was a kid, I think this is where my fear comes from. I had a friend named Hector when I was a kid, and Hector loved snake, wanted to be a herpetologist, and he would know exactly where to find them. We would go out to like the swampy looking areas, find a flat rock or a board and flip it over, and sure enough, they were just laying underneath there. And he had no fear of just picking them up and putting them in a box and taking them home, and that's I don't know how you do it. So they put out, now obviously we have a problem in the Everglades. Is that where the biggest problem is for the pythons?
Yeah, so the Burmese pythons, I mean, I get them in my backyard here in Naples, and then they're over in the town in like Homestead, Miami, but mostly the Everglades. Yeah, they're eating like the raccoons or the burrowing owls and things like that. They're just eating the native species, so we got to get rid of them.
What size python are you getting in Naples in your yard?
Oh, my neighbor, because I live on acreage, my neighbor got a 14-footer. I still haven't
Oh.
found that one because I wasn't home that night. I get like about 8-footers and 5-footers in my yard
Oh
pretty
my
often.
God, I don't even know what I would do. But a couple of weeks ago, I'm outside. I have a sulcata tortoise in my backyard, a big guy, and I'm out there just kind of keeping an eye on him. And I hear this noise that I can't quite identify. It was like a high pitched squeal almost. I thought something was wrong with my air conditioner, and I walked over there, and there was probably like a 4-foot black snake with a frog in its
Aw.
mouth, and the frog was in its mouth, and the frog was like, "Help me out a little, do something."
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do, but but even that, I was like, "All right, time to go inside and lock the door." There's no way I'm messing with that.
No, he's not going to get you. Yeah, they don't. The racers don't constrict the frogs. They just go in alive and whole.
They did, and the poor thing was sticking out with his little hands up and everything. It was crazy. So, okay, so they have the problem in the Everglades with the pythons, and they open up the call to go out there and retrieve. You got the biggest one? Is that what it was?
No, for the challenge,
Yeah.
that was a 10-day period, so I caught the most.
No, the most. How many?
Yes. 60 for that 10 days.
And what about the guy who came in like second or third? Are they close to you, or are they all like you way ahead of the group?
Yeah, so the first one in the professional category, so that would be like second place. It was a woman, her name's Donna. She got 56, and then the rest of the people got, I think, like 20 and like 14 snakes.
Why are you so good at it? Are you good at just locating them or actually pulling them out?
Yeah, so me as well as Donna, who won the first place for professional, we've been doing this for 10 plus years. So we're just really good at spotting them. We know the places to go. Also, during that 10-day challenge was nesting season. So babies were just out. So it really just kind of luck too of who's getting the most babies that night. Are you in the right area that night?
Gotcha. Okay. And the Everglades, not an area you're afraid to go in, maybe not of the snakes, but of other animals that might be out there?
No, I love seeing the panthers, the alligators. We try to shoo them across the road, help them out. I love all the animals out there, the raccoons. It's just the people, especially during the 10-day challenge, there's so many more people and they're driving like crazy. They get snake angry. They're like, don't take my snake. So it's really just the people. I'm like,
I assume that at some point you must have been hurt in your career of doing this. You must have been bit or done something that hurt you.
Really not too bad. Like in Costa Rica, there's a bird eater snake, so not venomous, but I grabbed him out of the hotel to move him and people wanted photos. So he was chewing on my hand for like 10 minutes instead of like biting and letting go. He's chewing. So I did have to get stitches, but really like nothing too bad. I'm good with the venomous. Most things that aren't venomous, they bite and let go. So really nothing bad.
Who hurt you when you were a child?
So my daddy, no, I'm good.
Is your dad super proud of you being a guy who's into that kind of stuff?
He actually died when I was 6, which is why I moved to Florida. But everyone talks about like he would have loved this. He would have thought it was so cool because he was the one that went outside to catch animals and stuff. So
right.
I know he's thinking how cool I am.
Oh, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. This is Taylor Stanberry. What is next? Are there any more challenges or anything coming up?
No, I'm a Python contractor for a living. It's one of my jobs, so that's why I'm also going out every night. I went to bed at 5 a.m. today, so I'm just going to go out tonight and look for more pythons.
So people are hiring you to come to their place to clear out the area?
No, so I get paid to go survey. So I go to areas where pythons are like their biggest population, and I get paid hourly to look for them. Not much, like it's not my only job, but I get paid hourly to look for them, and then per snake.
What do you do for another job?
I work at a canine physical rehab facility, and I breed venomous snakes for zoos and then like YouTube and stuff.
Okay. So, Leah, listen, I'm telling you right now is that I followed you on Instagram for a long time before I put 2 and 2 together. And then I was like, hey, we got to get her on the show. I mean, it's rare that you get a girl who wants to go knee deep with pythons that also happens to be good looking, so that works out
Yeah.
perfectly for
Yes, thank
for
you.
social media. Yeah, and no, much like high wire acts and trapeze people, that we like you and hope nothing happens to you, but we're waiting for
Yes.
something to happen to you one
Yeah.
day.
I don't know. You're gonna be waiting a long time.
Good.
I'm gonna be good.
I'm not wishing it on you. It's just that the whole idea that one day you could be choked out by one of these things makes it so much sexier.
And so, no, you know what? I'm gonna die from something dumb, and you're gonna be like, that poor thing. Like, don't even put that in an obituary. That's
Oh, no.
embarrassing.
Will you do me a favor and give out your social media so people can find you?
Yeah, my Instagram is Taylor Too Short, and then my YouTube channel is Toby's Truth.
And then on YouTube, it's got you going out there and yoking up all the snakes, huh?
Yep, and I travel internationally to look for other animals. So catch me in a bikini on the beaches of Costa Rica.
Where have you? What's the weirdest place you've gone?
I would say like probably Trinidad was the more like the place people don't normally go. They have leatherback sea turtles nesting and hatching there. So Trinidad, I've gone to Colombia, Costa Rica, Panama, you name it. I've been to a lot of places.
And nothing you're afraid of?
The people. I already told you.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like,
trust them.
like you're not like I don't know, like if I call it,
No.
yeah,
We're not getting.
No, I'm in the jungle with like the fertilances, which are a super toxic, bitey snake, and I move them off the road. I have no issues.
What were you saying?
We don't have pythons around here anywhere, do we? Tampa area?
Well, what's our biggest fear in Tampa?
No, you don't have any. You guys are pretty built up over there. I mean, you'll occasionally get like rattlesnakes or cottonmouths, but even them, like I relocate them, they're nothing. But you don't have pythons up there.
No, well, I got a gator that lives in my backyard, so don't make it like we got nothing to fear over here. We're still tough.
That's a puppy.
I saw a pretty scary squirrel on my way in.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, squirrels can mess you up.
They're aggressive, very aggressive.
Well, listen, I hope we don't read about you getting squeezed one day, but I love watching you on social media, and I appreciate you getting up early and staying up early to be on the air with us.
Yes, of course. I'm going to go feed my animals and take a nap.
What do you have? What do you have when you do, like, what are your pets when you do this for a living?
So like when I go out of the country, I can only go for a few days because I have to have a bunch of babysitters for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have like primates, a lot of rehomes. I have one-eyed chihuahuas. We have the venomous snakes. We have tons of tortoises because people keep giving me more tortoises. So we got a lot of animals.
Do you have you have a sulcata at all or no?
Yeah, I only have 3 sulcatas and then like 30 redfoot tortoises and then some turtles.
See, I have a sulcata that's probably about 21 years old, so he's a biggin.
Oh, nice.
But I feel bad for him because I feel like he's so lonely, but they don't really kind of get along with other people.
You don't. I have 3, but I have to build separate pens because especially males, they will like hit each other till they die, especially when they're older. So sulcatas are fine on their own.
I know. I feel bad. Like I go out there and I go, "Hey, buddy, you're just sitting out here in the same spot again, aren't you?"
That's what they want to do. They want to eat and poop. They don't care.
Yeah, that's why we're so similar, me and the tortoise.
Hey,
Same thing,
who doesn't like doing that?
Although he likes doing one other thing I like too. I caught him humping a flower pot.
They'll do that.
Oh,
That's one thing. I have 2 young sulcatas, and they're both boys for now, and they just keep humping each other. Eventually, they'll fight, but right now they like each other.
That's so fun. Oh, you got little gay turtles. That's adorable.
Yeah. Oh, my redfoots are the worst. I have 30 redfoots, and like half are females and males, and you always hear them grunting. And I go out, it's like a train of boys on the side. The girls are like over here eating.
Turtle orgy.
Yeah, they love it.
Listen, you're very entertaining to watch. I appreciate you being on the show, and we'll keep an eye on you. And we'll see.
Of course. I'll see you guys later.
All right. Thank you, Taylor. Appreciate it. There you go.
Bye.